All right.
What, are we live?
We're live now.
Oh, what happened to the intro?
We remember we can't hear it now?
No, I don't remember. But
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, cool. Sweet, we're live? So we're live.
Well, yeah, I thought you remember that when we switched formats.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I
don't listen to you half the time, in case you didn't know.
Ever since we've been doing this, you don't remember, not hearing the intro playthrough?
No. Mm-mm.
Really?
No, I just always thought you were handling that stuff, and you would just start talking, and then I would know we were live.
That's what I did. That's the same thing I did this time.
Oh, well, okay. So, did the song even play?
What?
Did the intro song even play?
Yeah.
It did?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know what the new song's going to be next week, right?
What? Tell me.
It's going to be the Grammy Award nominated song "Smooth" by Santana, featuring Rob Thomas, lead singer of Matchbox 20 of the hit album. Shit, forget the name of the album. Anyhow, but yeah, "Smooth" by Santana featuring Rob Thomas. That's our new theme song.
All right, we'll think about
That's the song of the summer. That's like summer 2017. That's the song of the summer.
Really?
It was probably the song of the summer of like 2004.
2000 maybe?
Maybe 2009. Probably. We're bringing it back.
Are we though?
Bringing it back.
I think you're trying to bring it back.
I've brought it back.
We'll see what happens. I don't know.
I've brought that song back. I listen to that song every day. That song's like it's a must. I have to listen to it every day to function.
That will be the theme song, but I will get the instrumental and you have to sing it.
Dude, I know what for verbatim.
Verbatim?
Verbatim. I can do it. I can sing it backwards.
Okay, let's not try that.
Okay, so let's get into the meat of what we're going to talk about tonight, which I don't even know. We haven't discussed anything.
Whatever.
So I wanted to talk about, I guess, 2 weeks ago, maybe less than 2 weeks, Stephen Colbert, to be exact. He's now the host of The Tonight Show, or The Late Show, or The Late 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 Show, whatever you want to call it on CBS.
The Day After Show?
Sure. He made a joke about involving Donald Trump's mouth and Vladimir Putin's genitalia. He made a joke like that. Yeah. And now he's getting backlash from the LGBTQTYXYZ PYT group.
The community. It's not a group, it's a community.
The community, sorry. Yeah, so he's getting backlash from them because he's now apparently homophobic because of one male genitalia joke.
There's a thing that kind of bothers me off topic, but the term homophobic that people throw, it's not, I don't know, it's not accurate. Even for people who are against it and oppress it, they're not technically, they're not afraid of it.
What the word phobia means, fear of. I'm not scared of gay people. They don't scare me. I can beat up a gay person.
It's having a bias and being afraid is two different things. They need to. They've been able to invent a lot of different terms the past couple of years. They should be able to invent a new term for that. But I understand where they're coming from. That
I guess I'm Islamophobic because I'm you don't know which one has a bomb stuck up their crotch.
That's kind of an Islamophobic thing to say. That's.
Well, did I just say I'm afraid? I'll go to the mall and see 50 hijabs and you're like, which one has the bomb in it? I don't know.
That's a little messed up.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay, getting back to the topic, though.
I think that's more of a racism thing than the Islamophobia thing.
Hold up. How's it racism? Because Islam's not a race. It's a religion.
But you're assuming that they're all Islamic.
Yeah, I guess.
You're assuming everybody who's...
Did I just religion assume?
Yes, you did.
I just assumed they were religion?
No, it's called racism.
No.
Yes.
That would be judging somebody based off the color of their skin.
You are. You're judging someone.
I'm but judging them based off their clothing. What would that make?
That's even worse.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Because
your clothing is a conscious choice. Your skin color isn't.
What if a white person was dressed like that? Would you still be afraid?
Wouldn't be afraid. I'd be more puzzled.
Dude. Holy crap. This is not good.
But, okay, let me ask you this. If anybody was going to have a bomb in their crotch, would it be the person with the hijab or the person not with the hijab?
It's called a hijab. Did Timothy McVeigh have a hijab?
Who's that?
Oklahoma City bomber?
That's back in the day. I'm talking about now.
That's still a national terror act.
Now, if I saw somebody with a gun, like a machine gun, I'd be more worried about the white male.
You'd probably assume it's a white person with a
wearing
white
a anime shirt or something like that. I'd be more worried about that.
I wouldn't assume that either. I don't know. You need to do some soul searching, man. This is pretty bad.
What were we talking about?
This is a terrible.
You took me down this dark road,
dude. I didn't say anything. This is you, dude. We need to. Oh, I don't know what we need to do.
It's just a joke. It's a prank.
It's a prank.
I'm a character. God. I'm playing a character.
This was a reenactment of Donald Trump's tweets.
Oh yeah, true. Exactly.
The previous dialogue you just heard is not our personal opinions, but a reenactment of Donald Trump's tweets.
Not my personal opinion, but I wouldn't disagree.
You're making it worse.
Okay. I'm a character though. It's a joke. I'm playing a part.
I'm playing a part.
It's a what is it called? What's the word?
Fake?
No. Yeah, I mean fake. But
it's not fake news. It's just not true.
Performance art. It's performance art.
Yeah, it's not fake news. I'm just not being genuine.
I don't know, but like... I mean, I lived through 9/11.
So about the late night TV, what were you saying about that?
Oh yeah, the Colbert joke.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So like, he's getting all this backlash now. Even Donald Trump is like getting on him. It's like he's not like a politician; he's a comedian.
Yeah.
What do you want him to say? Like, that's what he does for a living. He creates jokes, funny or not.
It's also not
offensive or not.
It's also not hard to offend anyone nowadays.
That's true.
It's really not hard to offend somebody.
But like, they're treating him like he's a politician or something, like he's running for mayor or Congress. It's like, no, he's a comedian. I mean, the joke was a little racy for like network television, but I mean, I don't care, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
it's better than like the Jimmy Kimmel bit about like,
oh crap.
Jeez, man.
Dude, it still hurts to sneeze. It hurts really bad to sneeze.
Is that just like your chest like feels like it's going to explode?
Yeah, my chest just expands really quickly and sharply.
Yeah, that's typically what happens when you sneeze.
Yeah.
But most people don't have metal bars in them.
Yeah, it hurts.
What was I talking about?
Something about
Colbert.
Kimmel's bit.
Like Colbert, I think Colbert's funnier and more intelligent than like Jimmy Kimmel doing like the fake bits that he does. Like he does these like staged bits.
Yeah.
And bringing on Hermano or Homero, whatever his like cousin or whatever that is. It's kind of funny. That bit's kind of funny, but it's kind of played.
Something about Kimmel, his delivery just makes everything seem fake.
Yeah, he has a very awkward delivery. It's not as bad as Jimmy Fallon, though.
I don't know.
Jimmy Fallon's the pits, dude.
He's not great.
I hate that guy.
He's not funny.
Who's your favorite late night host? That's what we're going to talk about. Our favorite late night. Like, I would like to, like, right now, like, your, like, network. Hell, we'll just do all-time favorite late night host.
I don't watch any late night television.
Really?
No.
You never, like, stayed up as a kid and, like, oh, I'm up at midnight and I'm watching ABC. Like,
no, because the only TV in my house was downstairs and my parents would be up.
I can remember a few nights I'd be like up at like 12 and be like, oh my god, Kimmel's on, like, or Jay Leno's on, like, you know. I don't like Jay Leno, by the way.
The only thing I've never seen
He's not a funny person to me.
He's not funny, but he has this show on YouTube called Jimmy Kimmel, or what's his name, Jay Leno's Garage.
Yeah.
Where he just talks about cars and stuff. He's cool when he talks about cars.
Yeah, but he's not a funny comedian.
But he's not funny.
No,
he's not funny.
David Letterman was kind of funny.
I didn't think he was that funny.
He was kind of like he was.
But I only ever experienced him when he was old.
Yeah.
When he was on his way out. He was already not funny.
Kimmel can be funny, but Colbert is like the only true comedian. Like
I like
everybody else is hack.
Jimmy Fallon's band is the only reason why I would ever watch his show.
Oh yeah, who's the dude that plays in it? He's also
Questlove, the drummer.
Yeah, true. Okay, that. But who's the other guy?
The Roots.
But the dude who did that show, Portlandia, he's in SNL.
He's in somebody else's. He's in like Seth Meyers' TV show.
Oh, okay.
That's what's his name? I know he was in the Blue Man Group too.
Was he?
Yeah.
Steve something.
Oh,
Arminstead. Ah, God, what's his name? I can it's not. But that show, Portlandia, he was in was hilarious.
That show is great. Fred Armisen.
Oh yeah,
Fred Armisen.
I heard that show got pulled too because they offended somebody.
Yeah,
they got like pulled.
There's another show that him and Bill Hader did.
Oh yeah,
that like spoofs old documentaries.
Oh really?
I can't remember what it's called, but it's funny.
Bill Hader pisses me off. He's the SNL guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not funny to me.
He's in Hot Rod.
SNL hasn't been funny to me in a long time.
No, it hasn't been funny in a long time.
Long time. Like, who's the last, like, big dude out at SNL? Like, Seth Meyers? And he's not even that big.
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah. Seth Meyers is after him, though.
Yeah, but still, Seth Meyers
like,
isn't funny.
Compared to, like, freaking Eddie Murphy or Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell. Now they're pumping out, like, Jay Pharoah and...
Jay Pharoah's impressions are good, but they hate him.
Yeah.
They hate him.
Because Lorne Michaels is racist.
Yeah.
It's crap. I was going to say something else. I'm trying to watch my mouth now.
I like Jay Pharoah's impressions are good.
Oh yeah, his Stephen A.
When he does the late night or when he does the news bits on SNL, he's funny.
Yeah, his like I've seen like he does like skits of his impressions of Stephen A. Smith.
Tina Fey came out of SNL.
Yeah,
and Amy
Poehler. Hold up. What has
Poehler.
Tina Fey done other than SNL?
30 Rock.
Was that good?
It was all right.
It had Alec Baldwin in it. It can't be good.
He's pretty good in that TV show.
Tracy Morgan's not good either.
No, that show is ahead of its time though, because it fits in the class of like you're gonna hate me, but like The Office and Parks and Rec, like that style. Of show,
yeah, right.
Like the workplace
format,
comedy,
yeah.
The workplace like spoof comedy,
right?
But it was just too before its time. It had the airplay and it had the network.
It was on for a long time.
It did.
I don't think Alec Baldwin was a likable enough person though.
He's too plain.
Yeah.
Like his character is who you believe he really is.
Like Steve Carell, Michael Scott was just like iconic.
Killer.
And so was Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
And even like of course Nick Offerman and Aziz were
the
iconic.
Problem,
and Chris Pratt was iconic.
I have a problem with Nick Offerman. I like Aziz Ansari. His stand up was good.
Oh, it's amazing. It's groundbreaking.
Before Parks and Rec took off. Like his newest bit or his newest stand up was alright. His stuff before that was amazing.
Yeah.
With Nick Offerman,
his stand up's terrible.
You take his character so seriously in Parks and Rec, he can't play anything other than that character. Mm-hmm. So in his stand-up, he played that character.
He tries to, yeah.
And in every show I've seen him other than Parks and Rec, you just can't get past the fact that it's like, it's Ron Swanson.
Yeah, it just doesn't play.
It doesn't work.
It's like too iconic of a character.
No.
Aziz was perfect because Aziz was himself in that show.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman was clearly playing a character, so
and his character in that show was amazing.
Chris Pratt, luckily, wasn't a comedian, so he didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
He just goes and makes, like, stupid, like, Marvel space people movies.
He just plays the dumb guy.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like the guy with the nice grin, but he's kind of hot, so you still watch the movie.
Especially when he lost all the weight.
Yeah, and, like, you're co-starring with Jennifer Lawrence.
Lawrence, yeah, in that new movie.
Yeah.
That's a score. That. Yeah. I still don't want to watch that movie, but...
Yeah, no, I mean, like, Jennifer Lawrence is in Hunger Games. I'm still not going to watch it because that sounds stupid.
It's not a great movie. It really isn't.
I saw the first one. That's the only one I've seen. The cinematography in it was absolutely terrible. Like, the last scene in the movie, like, the fight scene, that was, like, the most important part of the movie. It was, like, completely in the dark. Yeah. The camera angles were terrible. You couldn't even see what was going on. Like, it was the worst cinematography I've ever seen in a movie.
It wasn't great.
It's horrible. But they've made like 7 other movies, so I guess it worked for them.
Well, it was like a 3-part movie, but the last one was split in 2 parts, so it's like a 4-part thing.
Well, that's like what Harry Potter did. They took one book and made 3 movies out of it. It's like,
well, it was like everything was the same.
Jesus, man, just make a movie for each chapter.
Until the last movie, they split it into 2, and now they're making prequels after there's been 9 movies.
Oh, it's like Star Wars. With the freaking, like, Star Wars 4.5 and...
The last time I actually saw a Star Wars movie was probably, like, 2000.
Yeah, that was probably, like, Phantom Menace.
I saw
Episode 1.
I saw Episode 1 when it was new on VHS. But the last time I saw anything before that was, like, maybe 99 or 2000.
So you've never watched, like, the trilogy? Or, like, the entire saga?
There was a movie that came out, like, 05 or 06. I saw a little bit of it. Attack of the Clones.
That was 02.
I saw that, but I haven't gone back and watched the original trilogy to where I can remember what happens. Because now, when I look back and understand, there's 6 movies.
Right.
I don't want to watch them. I don't care that much.
So, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Were you born in North Korea or China?
I understand that it's like a symbol of our like
that's like
culture.
pop culture like 101 is Star Wars.
But there's still a split to where
you can't understand pop culture without Star Wars.
There's a culture of people who watch it, then there's the culture who love it, then there's the people who are like, it's a nerd movie. I don't want to see it.
See, Star Trek is a nerd movie.
No.
Like, that's its own thing. Star Wars transcends that. Star Wars is bigger than that.
It's bigger, but it doesn't transcend.
There's a bigger audience that's less, like, niche. Like, you don't have to wear Spock ears to go watch a Star Wars movie.
I understand what you're saying, but if I told my dad, if I walked up to my dad right now, and I'm like, Dad, you want to watch Star Wars with me? He'd be like, what, am I a nerd? That's what my dad would say to me.
Star Wars is bigger than that, though.
It's bigger.
So like, if like
I don't
even
care.
like Star Trek, like I'm like,
Yeah.
no, hell no, I won't watch Star Trek. That stuff's stupid as hell. But like Star Wars is actually a real movie with real plot. Like there's real progression in a story.
See,
Star Trek is just like a nerd, and even like Battlestar Galactica is just like nerd fest.
Galactica,
yeah.
See, I don't want to step out and just say that Star Wars has a story and Star Trek is just for nerds, because I don't think that's true. I think what you're trying to say is that Star Trek has a bigger following of just sci-fi geeks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's more...
Whereas Star Wars expands beyond that. It's become a huge pop culture thing.
Yeah.
And you're right. But there's also still a vast majority of people who just look at it as something like, it's too late for me to get into it, and I'm not a nerd. I'm not a nerd.
It's called DVDs.
I'm not a nerd. And that's another thing I want to tell you.
Take 2 days and watch
I was somewhere, I was at Target, and I saw a DVD for sale.
Yeah.
Now, who the hell buys DVDs?
I don't know.
You either watch it on Netflix or you watch it illegally online.
I mean, it depends. If it's something you really love and you want to have the hard copy, it's just like with music. It's like, I really like this band, I like this CD, I'm going to buy the hard copy of it. It's kind of like that with movies.
Kind of, but worse.
I've bought 1 DVD in my life.
Because,
personally,
with music, you can listen to a song like every single day. You could have a CD in your car and listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
You can't have a movie and watch it every day.
You could.
You can't, like,
if you wanted to.
I don't understand what people are like, but I'm not the type of person who can watch 1 movie every single week. Like,
I could watch Rocky every week.
Really?
Rocky, no, not the first Rocky, but Rocky 3.
Rocky 3.
No, I mean Rocky 4, the one where he fights Drago.
Rocky 4.
Drago!
Once a week.
Drago!
I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to make you watch Rocky 4.
I can watch it every week. I could watch Karate Kid 1, the original, not the one.
Oh my God.
I can watch that every week.
Oh, I think I have that on DVD for you, so you can watch it.
I could probably watch Back to the Future 2 every week.
See, I love stuff like Borat and Jackass, where it's like skit comedy and funny. I couldn't watch that once a week. I couldn't watch, like, when I was a kid, I had Shrek. I got that on VHS. I remember because it was green and I loved that movie. I used to watch it 3 times a day when I was a kid. But once I turned like 10 and I understood, it's the same story every single time. Nothing's going to change. And once you memorize what happens...
That's a kid movie, though.
It's kind of boring.
It's different.
No matter what movie you watch. I could repeat...
I don't know. I think movies bring certain feelings to you.
My favorite movie.
It's like nostalgia.
My favorite movies. Like, people are going to... They don't like V for Vendetta. But maybe V for Vendetta or Pulp Fiction.
I hate that movie.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Like Saving Private Ryan. I could watch those movies maybe once a year. When I'm feeling it. Other than that, like, I don't know. You have to be in a zone to watch a movie like that. And especially when you're like getting along with the story, you know what's going to happen, but when you watch it once a year, you kind of forget the little details.
Yeah,
you're like, man,
maybe.
That's cool.
Like Rocky 4 for me, it just has certain moments in it that's like, oh, it gets me hyped. Like, you know what I mean? Just like the scene where he's on top of the mountain, he's like, Drago! And I don't know, like the fight scene, it gets me, like, it gives me like an adrenaline rush.
Well, can I break your heart for a second?
Sure.
I've never seen a Rocky movie.
Oh my God. So, okay, you were born in North Korea.
Maybe.
Dude, how? So you haven't seen Star Wars?
I've seen Star Wars.
No, you haven't seen Star Wars.
I have.
You haven't watched a full Star Wars movie.
Yes, I have.
Which one?
The original trilogy and
you've seen the
episode
entire
1.
You've seen 4, 5, and 6. New Hope, Empire, and Return.
Yeah.
You've seen all those.
When I was like 7.
Doesn't count. You gotta see them again. You gotta watch them like at least once every decade.
I'll watch them when you watch Rocky 4 once a week.
It's on Hulu. I'll watch it.
You have to watch it once a week for the rest of the year.
Yep.
And then I'll watch the Star Wars trilogy.
Sounds good. Okay,
front to back,
next, you're going to tell me you've never seen Die Hard. Have you ever seen Die Hard?
Let me pause this for a second. If you watch Rocky 4 once a week for the rest of the year, I will watch the first 6 Star Wars movies back to back in one day.
Throw episode 7 in there. The new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Shake on it.
Shake on it.
Also, I've never seen Die Hard.
Jesus.
Never seen
What?
I don't own
How?
it. Because I don't own it.
No, you don't have to own it. It's on TV every other day.
I don't watch TV.
Jesus. It's on Hulu.
Is it on Hulu?
I think so.
I'm going to go on Hulu's website right now.
You've never seen at least the first one. I can understand if you haven't seen the sequels. You've never seen Die Hard?
No.
Oh my. Have you seen Terminator?
Yes. Of course.
Are you sure?
Yes. Shit. And T2. And Predator. And
that doesn't count.
Predator is a great movie.
It's alright.
I'm still using your login. It's the
for
same,
Hulu?
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I've not changed it. Yeah. Have you... I'll be honest. I've never seen... What's Stallone's other franchise? Rambo?
Rambo?
I've never seen those.
It's a good movie.
Never seen those. Just not like intentionally. It just like I've never just got around to it.
Rambo is a good movie. I remember we would go to Blockbuster.
Hell yeah. Blockbuster was the shit. Go ahead.
We would go... It's not on Hulu.
But Bob the Builder is.
Bob the Builder. Teamwork time. But we would go to Blockbuster, and what about that movie Chappie with the robot that's sentient?
What, the Hugh Jackman movie?
Forget about it. So we would go to Blockbuster, and after a while we had seen all the movies. I was probably like 13, so that means Joe was like 10, 11, and Shelby was like 8.
Yeah.
And after a while we're like, we don't have anything else to watch, and we're like, Dad, can we get Rambo? He's like, yeah, why not? So we watched Rambo, First Blood.
Oh.
And then the second movie is called First Blood Part 2,
yeah.
which is kind of odd. But we watched like the first. I think there's 3 of them.
There's like 4 now. I think he made a remake of them like back in the day.
Rambo.
I think he did like he did with Rocky. He came back and made a remake.
Rambo is a solid movie. I like that movie.
I no doubt. I just haven't gotten around to seeing it, unfortunately.
You should watch it. It's a solid performance from Sylvester Stallone.
It's one of those that's not on Netflix or Hulu. It doesn't come on TV a lot. I just don't see it, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
And Blockbuster's not a thing anymore.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
That was the jam, dude. Going out and picking out a couple DVDs.
The best part was my friends played video games a lot. So you would go and it was like if you rented it for like 5 days, they'd give you a discounted price to just buy it. Mm-hmm. So my friends would just buy video games from there.
Yeah, I did that too.
Or when they would go out of business, everything would be super cheap.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when Blockbuster actually had competition and there was other video rental stores other than
Hollywood.
Blockbuster. Yeah. Like, how crazy is that?
Hollywood
Blockbuster
rental.
once had competitors.
The funny thing is, Blockbuster...
In our lifetime.
Blockbuster could have been in competition with Netflix. Because
they chose to like opt out of the streaming business.
When Netflix first started, they were like Blockbuster, except what they would do is send you physical discs.
Yeah, I had that service.
People don't even remember. They would send you physical discs.
Yeah, absolutely. They still do that.
When Redbox would first started coming around, that's what they would do.
Yeah.
And Blockbuster didn't want to do that. But the main competition is Netflix started doing streaming. Yeah. And Blockbuster didn't want to do it. They didn't think it was necessary.
They finally came onto it. Like, they did some with, like, Dish Network, but it was too late. Mm-hmm. But, like, they're like, no. People would rather drive to a physical location, a store, and pick out DVDs physically.
To rent for a day.
To rent for a day, and then have them mailed to their house or to stream right from their computer or laptop.
Can I tell you who the real suckers are? The people who have DirecTV and rent movies from DirecTV.
Oh, yeah, like pay-per-view?
Pay $1.29 to watch a movie.
No, shit, dude. It's like $4.99 for a movie. Because I've done it before.
I remember last time I did it.
But the convenience of just, like, from your remote being like, yeah, add it to the bill. Why not? Let's watch, like, freaking, like, I don't know, like, some good movie that's come out recently.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to find a good movie that's come out recently that you don't want to go to a theater to, and that Netflix doesn't have.
You're just like you're like sitting on the couch and just like Fast and Furious 5 for $4.99 added to the bill. Like you don't even have to pay that day. You just add it to the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it. Fast and Furious. By the way, we need to see that. Fate of the Furious?
We don't need to, but we probably
Is that the 8th or the 9th installment?
That is the 8th movie.
The 8th installment of the greatest franchise.
And last time...
That is the greatest movie franchise ever, by the way.
When they came out and said that, like, what was it? Fast 7 or Fast... Whatever it was, the last one?
Fast and, yeah, whatever.
Faster and more furious.
Faster. Fast and faster.
Times 7 multiplier combo. They said we have 3 more scripts written.
So what happens when they get to, like, Fast 665?
What happens when...
Do they make another one?
Everyone dies.
And like, go to Fast 666?
All of the main characters
CGI, dude. CGI, bro.
They're going to turn it into a cartoon series.
Yeah, basically, like CGI Vin Diesel and The Rock and Paul Walker.
Let's be honest. It should have been Vin Diesel.
What?
Rest in peace, Paul Walker. It should have been Vin Diesel.
Shit, dude. That's worse than what I was saying earlier in the show, the beginning of the show.
It's not racist at all.
Vin Diesel, I'm not saying it's racist. It's just like, it's effed up.
Well, what you said was racist. This is just because Vin Diesel's a terrible actor.
Yeah, I can't really name another movie he's in. Oh, The Pacifier.
Triple X. The Pacifier?
Oh, yeah. The Pacifier was good.
I have that on DVD.
The Pacifier, legit, The Pacifier was better than, like, the last, like, 4 Fast and Furious movies.
It was. You want to watch that movie once a week for the rest of your life?
The Pacifier?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
I don't blame you.
Good.
He was in The Pacifier. He was in Triple X. And
nobody knows what that is, though.
You remember when... They're making another one, though.
Yeah, I know. It's like... I've seen commercials for them. They're making... Like, what the hell? It looks weird as hell.
They're making a Scorpion movie, right? Or The Mummy?
Yeah, with Tom Cruise, right?
What was that movie? Was it The Scorpion King with The Rock? You remember?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I was in the hospital. I feel like that was a
sequel to The Mummy or something like that. I don't know.
I was in the hospital for something, and I remember The Scorpion King being on TV.
Yeah, The Rock was definitely in that.
Yeah.
They did the original Mummy with Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
That dude.
He was in...
What the hell has that dude been in other than that? There was some other movie I've seen him in, but I couldn't name it.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, yeah, he was in that.
He was in that, right?
I don't know, was he?
He was in something else.
I've never seen that movie, by the way. I just know the character from being at Disney World and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're like, who the hell's this dude?
He was in that movie and something else.
I remember being at Disney, like, who the hell's that guy? And it's like Roger the Rabbit, and you're like, that's like a character, like, it's Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, Minnie, all them dudes, and then it's like Roger the Rabbit, you're like, who the hell's this?
Brendan Fraser was in George of the Jungle, The Mummy, Journey to
He was George in the Jungle?
He was.
True, he was. Oh, shit, I've never realized that. I love that movie as a kid. I love the scene in George of the Jungle where he's, like, having to run through the jungle, basically. No, and he puts on a pair of, like, Nike Zooms. And he, like, ties them up, and he's, like, running through the jungle. That movie was legit. I didn't realize he was in that.
His movie was Looney Tunes.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah. And like in the early 2000s, they did that Looney Tunes movie that wasn't Space Jam.
It was kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but different.
It was basically like Space Jam, but without Michael Jordan.
Dudley Do-Right, Nut Job with Whores.
Wait, what's that one with Harrison Ford in it? No,
Extraordinary Measures.
I've never seen that.
Never heard of it either.
G.I. Joe?
He was in the G.I. Joe movie.
Shit, I didn't know that.
I don't know. These all look like crap movies.
Pretty much, but that would be Brendan Fraser's career.
I just remember that Looney Tunes movie.
Oh, he was in that movie Airheads. He was in that.
Never saw it, but I remember in that movie, the Looney Tunes movie, where like there's animated characters in him,
right,
and some real life people.
That's just like Space Jam. Yeah.
He gets to a point where it's like he meets Brendan Fraser, like he's playing a person in the movie, but Brendan Fraser is like sitting in his director's chair filming a movie, and Brendan Fraser's like a dick in the movie. So it's like, I can only imagine that's what he's like. He's like pretentious, but he's only been in crap movies his whole life.
Yeah. He has not made a movie probably within the last 7 years, I would say.
No.
That hasn't aired on Hallmark or Lifetime. He seems like that type of dude.
Even still, I don't think he's made a movie.
He would do like a Lifetime or like Hallmark movie. Like, this Christmas, watch 'Tis the Season featuring Brendan Fraser and other actors you've never heard of.
That movie.
He seems like the type of dude that would do a Christian movie.
What is it? 2010 was Furry Vengeance.
I've never seen that. The Mummy.
As well, 2010 was that movie with Extraordinary Measure with Harrison Ford.
Oh, Airheads, yeah, 1990. It's probably the most iconic movie, other than The Mummy.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to watch it.
It's not great.
Then I won't have to watch it. He has not made
G.I.
a
Joe
movie since 2010.
G.I. Joe. What was G.I. Joe?
This one?
Yeah.
09.
Dang. Long time.
I remember when that came out, dude. Oh, 2013. Pawn Shop Chronicles. That sounds
what
legit,
the hell
dude.
is that?
That sounds legit.
That seems like a play off Pawn Stars.
An Elvis impersonator, meth addict, white supremacist, and man searching for his wife hunt for a missing wedding ring. It does not sound great, to be honest.
That sounds pretty shitty.
Also,
it sounds like a Hulu original.
A Case of You in 2013, and Whole Lot of Soul.
Hold up.
Featuring what's his name?
That movie you just described, the Pawn Stars movie, the Pawn People movie.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Crackle original movie.
Crackle original.
Yeah.
I remember when Netflix came out and Crackle was like the free version.
Yeah.
And you would be like, dude, there's some good movies on there sometimes.
Yeah.
Then other times it'd be like Chop Kick Panda 2.
What the
it was.
I know Crackle had Joe Dirt 2 exclusively.
It did.
Exclusively had Joe Dirt 2.
It did.
That's pretty big. Honestly, that's bigger than anything Netflix has done.
Also, Brendan Fraser is in William Tell the Legend of 2012 and Breakout of 2013.
What the hell? Why the hell are we naming Brendan Fraser movies?
Seconds of Pleasure 2012. It doesn't even have a picture of the cover on Google.
Seconds of Pleasure. What?
3.45.
Can I just say I hate that guy?
He's not good.
I wish if he got AIDS, I wouldn't be upset.
I mean, I don't want anybody to get AIDS, but if he never made
If I had to pick somebody, he'd be in the top 10.
Really?
Who's your top 4 people you had to pick right now to get AIDS? Top 4.
Right now?
Like your Mount Rushmore of if I had to pick them to get AIDS, who would it be?
Mount Rushmore of AIDS?
Yeah, Mount Rushmore of AIDS. Not people that have AIDS, but people that you wish you could get AIDS. Because if we were naming people who already had AIDS, obviously it'd be like Magic Johnson.
Well, Magic Johnson doesn't have AIDS. You're stealing my thunder here. I would say Magic Johnson right away because he would just get it again. Magic Johnson had AIDS. Now he's cured.
No. Ooh.
Get AIDS again.
Ooh, conspiracy. Oh, woke.
He's cured. He has medicine. He's been taking medicine since the 90s.
Isn't it just subsided or something like that?
Nah, bro, he's clean.
He's clean.
He's clean.
Eazy-E would be on that list.
Well, he's dead.
But all time, who has AIDS?
Well, he doesn't have AIDS. He hasn't
had. Okay, let's go. Okay, first let's go with people you wish would get AIDS. Your top 4.
Let's just say, okay, we don't wish these people had AIDS, but if we had to choose 4 people,
we had to choose.
We'll choose 4 people.
We had to choose. Alex Jones. I think it would be an interesting storyline. Just Alex Jones dealing with AIDS.
Plot twist: Alex Jones has AIDS.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Barack Obama. That would be interesting.
Oh, so these are your 4?
Yeah, these are my 4. Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
LeBron James.
LeBron
James. Yeah. So my top 4 who I wish I could see have AIDS, but I don't really want them to have AIDS. Maybe.
Not wish, but if you had to choose.
If I had to choose, Alex Jones, Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, and LeBron James. Can I take back Oprah?
Yeah, take back Oprah.
Can I take back Oprah? I'm gonna go with. I'm debating between 2 people right now. I'm gonna go with Miley Cyrus.
Okay, Cyrus. I can see that.
Yeah.
So my 4, and we're pretty much just choosing celebrities because it's either gonna be celebrities or
not people you actually know because that's effed up.
That's personal, and that would just show bias.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna choose my top 4. I'm glad you had a retake on that. If I had to give AIDS to anyone, the storyline for Oprah would be pretty great.
It would be great.
Also, Roger Goodell.
That would be good.
Number 2.
That would be great.
Number 3. God, it's tough.
The LeBron James that I picked was pretty good.
How great would it be with Dick Cheney shooting somebody in the face and then having AIDS?
Oh shit! Can I take George W. Bush?
You're over.
George W. Bush.
You're done.
You gotta give George W. Bush AIDS.
So I've got Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
Who else did I say? Dick Cheney and...
Dick Cheney,
I said somebody else.
You did.
Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell, yeah, that was great. That was awesome.
One more person.
Bret Michaels.
No, not Bret Michaels.
No, yeah, he's pretty cool. He's chill.
What if Gary Busey had AIDS? on top of everything else, AIDS.
I got AIDS.
No. I'm keeping him clean because I want him alive.
But he doesn't do anything.
He's too good.
Amazon Fire AIDS.
It's good though. It's good.
He hasn't done anything though since The Apprentice and then the Amazon Fire Stick commercials.
That's all you need. He's just good. Like you need somebody.
Snoop Dogg.
No.
That'd be kind of
So I
interesting.
need a
Snoop
third.
Dogg with AIDS.
I need a third.
Yo, I got the AIDS. Hey.
I don't know, dude. That's tough.
Bow wow to the AIDS.
See, this is really, really crappy. Where it's like, who would it be funny to have AIDS?
Right. Yeah, that was kind of my thing. Like, what would be the best like storyline?
Joel Osteen.
That's awesome.
Joel Osteen.
That's awesome. I actually would wish him to have AIDS. That would be awesome.
He is a cancer to the community.
So, let's review. My Mount Rushmore, and this is without revision, because I would probably, if I had to think about it a little bit longer, this is literally just off the fly. We've never talked about this in our lives.
No.
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Barack Obama.
Yep.
LeBron James. Who does it? Miley Cyrus.
And I said...
I think LeBron would be the most interesting out of those four.
Oprah Winfrey, Roger Goodell, Joel Osteen, and... Did I count Dick Cheney?
Yeah, Dick Cheney. Yeah.
I counted Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney. Yeah. I think George W. Bush would be more interesting just because, like, the painting and stuff, like, that he does now. You don't really hear about Dick Cheney anymore.
Yeah.
Let's make notables. Notables on that list.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, I just missed it.
That would be...
Drake. Drake would be interesting.
Dude, I have some information I guarantee you don't know.
What's that?
I don't know if it's official. What I've heard so far is that Nicki Minaj is in a relationship with Nas.
That's not true.
That's what I've heard.
Where the hell have you seen that?
That's what I've heard.
That's groundbreaking. If I've not even heard anything close to that. Bro, he's old as hell.
He's like 42 or 3?
Yeah, and she's like, what, 20-something? 28?
I don't know. Nicki Minaj and Nas. Look! Meek Mill comes up with Nas.
Bro, but this is just Instagram. That's Instagram. That's what we do. I mean, that's just like when Drake was like cuddled up with J-Lo.
So are they like together and like with each other? They could still be with each other without being in a relationship.
Who?
Nas and Nicki.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like that reminds me of like kind of like what like Drake and J-Lo were doing a few weeks ago. But then like it came out J-Lo was like dating Jeter.
Yeah, she had been.
Dude, I wish to switch track. I wish Alex Rodriguez would get AIDS. That would be good.
Why?
Because screw him. Jeb Bush with AIDS.
What about Barry Bonds? Barry Bonds had more success in statistics and in the Hall of Fame than Alex Rodriguez did.
Yeah, but who was a bigger douche? A-Rod.
Really?
Yep.
How so?
What do you mean, how so?
I don't understand. Like, I can go on.
A-Rod was clearly a bigger douche. Like,
I can go on about this. The Yankees have gotten a lot of flack because of the people, obviously on their lineup with Alex Rodriguez, right? And being in the huge steroid scandal. But he kind of did his thing. He went through what he did. He sat out for a season, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know. He's like the last of that era of like the 90s, early 2000s who went through the steroid process of trial and everything like that. Because let's be honest, there was a lot of people doing steroids, not just the people who got caught. But he did his time. He came back and played a little bit, and now he's kind of just going through the motions, living his life outside of baseball. He had to live without playing baseball. But there's one thing about Alex Rodriguez that I have to bring up that kind of like touches my heart. I think it's a post-game talk show that Alex Rodriguez is a part of, but it's Pete Rose and Alex Rodriguez. It's a couple other people.
they were like best buds.
They were. But also, like, you see the way Alex Rodriguez and some other people look at Pete Rose when he's talking. The dude is a legend.
Yeah, Pete Rose is
a legend.
Pete Rose is up there, like Mount Rushmore baseball.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Like, it's like Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, Pete Rose, and
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Mickey or
Ty Cobb. Some other people. Mostly Yankees, but beside the point. Freaking Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but that's why baseball's so irrelevant, and we've yelled about this.
The reason why he's not... The reason why he's not in the Hall of Fame...
Baseball is like the most out of touch sport in the world.
But this isn't recently. Pete Rose hasn't been allowed in the Hall of Fame for a long time.
Well, yeah, I know that, but that's just... They're so out of touch that like they have...
There's the thing I have to bring up. This dude, Aaron Judge, who's been balling out recently for the Yankees, he's kind of a rookie, been brought up. He is 6'7" and 282 pounds.
Roids. I'm sorry. What?
6'7"?
Awesome. Hold up. Is CC still on the team?
Yeah.
I love CC. That's my dude.
He's a good dude. He's got a barbershop in his house.
Really?
But this kid, Aaron Judge, is huge.
Where'd he like? So he's just like now popping on the scene, like he's been in their like farm system or whatever.
I think so. I'm not sure, but he's come up and he's just been balling out. And they did a.
I'm ready for the Yankees to be back.
They're gonna be back soon.
Like,
if not this year, it's soon. They're like third.
I'm ready for the Yankees to be back.
Second or third in the power rankings.
Yankees to be relevant again.
The Yankees are always relevant.
Yeah, but they've been kind of, other than like the Jeter goodbye tour, they haven't been relevant in the last like 5 years.
The reason for that is because of their long-term contracts with their older players.
Yeah,
A-Rod and Jeter
and Teixeira,
and
CC even.
Who did they just get rid of? What's his name?
Was it the shortstop guy?
I can't remember. He went to the Astros.
I forget that guy's name, but yeah, Teixeira.
Gardner or Brian McCain.
Yeah.
Brian McCain went to the Astros, and this kid Gardner. You know, they're like
they're in that rebuilding process. Yeah. They need a couple years to get back.
They're shaking off the long-term contracts with the old people, and they're getting back into the groove.
Even Boston had to do that. The Red Sox had to do that a couple years back.
Yeah,
all those dudes from the that dynasty era when they were
Ramirez. You know,
and Euclid and Lester and all those dudes. That was a squad.
It's a shake.
But yeah, it's like boring. Like the Cubs, and the Mets are good. Like the Indians are good. Like this is boring.
Somebody in the beginning of the season was like, "Let's fast forward and just see the Indians play the Cubs again in the World Series." I'm like, that's not going to happen.
Really?
Neither of them are going to make the World Series.
No, the Cubs have been struggling this year.
The Cubs are struggling. They had their years of success 108 or 9 years later.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and that's it.
But like baseball's the best when it's the Red Sox and the Yankees and the Phillies and the Phillies.
The Phillies.
Yeah, like when those three are on top, that's when baseball's legit. I don't want to see Cleveland and Chicago and the Mets are good.
When the Giants were playing good.
Yeah,
that was good.
Lincecum.
Or the Rangers.
That dude Lincecum was intense. Does he still play?
Yeah.
He had a lot of issues with his elbow.
What about you remember Steven Strasburg for the Nationals when they got him and they're like he is
the phenom.
He is the Jesus of baseball.
Yeah, he's the
Then he had that issue with his arm.
Tommy John, and then he was gone. What's the dude now for the Nats? Bryce Harper. That's the dude. Like that's the dude in baseball.
Field.
Yeah,
he's not the dude, but
I think he's the dude.
I don't think
he at one point was the dude. He was going to be the dude.
Yeah, he was. At one point, he was the dude because he came in young.
Kind of like Evan Longoria was for the Rays. Like, he was going to be the dude, but now he's kind of like
I saw him play at the Durham Bulls Stadium.
Yeah. Longo's a baller, dude.
He's good.
I saw a lot of Rays games, especially back when they were about to get good, right before the year they went to the World Series.
Yeah.
I saw, I've seen David Price pitch in real life. That team, like back when Carl Crawford, B.J. Upton, Carlos Pena.
I saw B.J. Upton play at the Durham Bulls Stadium, too.
That dude's good.
He's good.
That dude's hella good.
He was good.
Carl Crawford's legit, though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that squad had Crawford, Upton, Longoria, Pena. And the pitching was insane with Price, Shields.
Yeah. They were solid.
That was a good team.
And even still.
I remember, that was like the last time I loved baseball was when that year they went to the finals and they got destroyed by the Phillies.
Even still, like...
But they beat the Red Sox in Game 7. David Price, a rookie on the mound, pitching his heart out.
Even still, like, the Rays and the Blue Jays are solid forces in the East.
Yeah. The Rays are actually getting better.
Every year.
The Jays got that dude, Batista.
Jose Bautista.
That dude's legit. Dude's the truth.
He's good.
What happened to Josh Hamilton?
I think something came out this year. He got dropped from the Rangers.
Damn.
He was with the Angels.
That's right. He signed with a big contract with the Angels.
He's like retiring or something. But
I love that dude.
You know he played at Athens Drive High School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's my shit. That dude's awesome.
And everybody will want to discount him and be like, "Oh, he was on cocaine." Be like, "Well, everybody's on cocaine."
Yeah,
Bryce Harper's on cocaine.
Yeah,
you know for a fact. Everybody that makes money and plays baseball is on cocaine.
For sure. Anybody that makes money is on cocaine.
Exactly.
Donald Trump's on cocaine.
Probably still.
The whole sniffing,
yeah.
Lock her up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of lock her up, the Comey. He fired Comey this week, finally.
Yeah.
My whole thing was like, what the hell took him so long?
Yeah, for real. And like everybody...
Like they were talking about him firing him like day one. Like he was going there and firing Comey or whatever.
I think the problem was that he was waiting for Hillary Clinton to go on trial again, but...
Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. That was like when every Trump rally I went to 2 Trump rallies during the election. No, dude. Better than any sporting event I've ever been to.
Really?
Better than any concert. Better than Poison. Better than any concert or sporting event I've been to. Like, just the atmosphere and the camaraderie between peers.
Yeah.
And just, like, and then, like, the hatred toward others. Because, like, when you go to sports, you're, like, a lot of it's camaraderie, like, pulling for your team, but the others, like, hating the other team, like, boo, and, like, you know, screw the other team. Like, just, like, anytime you say Hillary Clinton, you're like, yeah, lock her up.
Yeah.
You know, like, that whole, like, that just, like, that groupthink, when you're in that environment, was awesome. Like, you just, like, totally, like, you, like, had no self, like, awareness or, like, free thinking. You were just, like, total groupthink.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's just, like, he's like, I'm going to make it better. And everybody's just like, yeah, make it better. Or, like, make it great again. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, and, like he'll say something like, education. We have to get education better. And everybody just stand up, like, a standing applause. Like, it was awesome. Just, like, the freaking, like, you just completely lose, like, sense of thinking. Like, you don't even care what he's saying. You're just, like, kind of probably how, like, the Germans were with Hitler. Kind of like that. It's awesome. I like it, you know? Other than, like, I don't want to kill Jews or anything, but, like, yeah, the whole, like, Hail Hitler thing. Yeah, cool, awesome. Like, you're just, like, group thing. Like, you're on the team. You're on the winning team. Anyhow, but yeah, now we're gonna lock her up since Comey's gone, right?
No.
Yeah, no, we'll lock her up.
I doubt it.
He promised me in Selma, North Carolina, on a Thursday night, in the farm, in the field, in the middle of nowhere. He promised me, he's like, I guarantee you, we will lock her up if you elect me president. He promised me. So I'm gonna hold him to it. But Comey, the whole Comey thing is kind of, I don't know. I guess it's surprising, but it's not, because he said he was going to from the beginning, but like now, like all of a sudden,
yeah,
it's kind of like out of nowhere. But I think it has something to do, like they were talking about. He's like, there's a hearing about Trump's involvements with Russia coming up next week.
I didn't hear about that, but
something like that, and like Comey has to testify.
Really?
Yeah, and he fired him. Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. So like my pick for like replacing the director of the FBI, Donald Trump has a very like vast pool of talent he can pull from his years of The Apprentice.
Yeah.
You know, so much talent in The Apprentice. I mean, you got guys like Bret Michaels, Clint Black or something like that. I don't know. All these great guys.
Some of the women and
Penn Teller. Yeah. Omarosa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from something. So much talent. I think he's gonna go with Gary Busey.
Obviously,
that's the go-to choice.
That's the number one pick.
After that's because you can't get Jesse James, the dude that like cheated on Sandra Bullock with a porn star.
Yeah,
he's not available, so you're gonna go with Gary Busey.
He's not available. He was the number one pick. Gary Busey's a close second.
Dude, Jesse James is so unavailable he couldn't even be Secretary of State.
No.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with Gary for FBI director. I mean, he's probably played it in a movie before.
It's the same thing.
Same thing, basically, same thing.
Pretty much.
He's probably played like the director of FBI in some movie. Yeah, that like plays on like Spike Network every other night or TNT every other night.
Is Spike Network still a thing?
Yeah, it is actually. I don't know what the hell they show. They do like TNA wrestling, which is like the backup to WWE. Like it's like WWE's farm system. Like WWE just like purchase all their talent, but whatever. But yeah, definitely Gary Busey for FBI director. Because honestly, who else could Trump pick at this point? Like, who else is qualified other than Gary Busey? Jesse James would probably be qualified. Who else has he had on? Oh, Dennis Rodman. Dude, Dennis Rodman would be perfect because, like, all the North Korea stuff. I'm surprised Dennis Rodman already isn't, like, ambassador to North Korea with Donald Trump being president, because Rodman was on The Apprentice one year. Donald Trump basically had to fire him because, like, he was an alcoholic and, like, couldn't stay sober. So Trump was like, Dennis, okay, Dennis, I love you, Dennis. You're a great basketball player, great rebounder, okay? You play with the best. But you're fired because you can't, like, you can't stay sober. Anyhow, so yeah, Dennis Rodman or Gary Busey would be a great pick for director of the FBI. And whoever loses out on that job should be ambassador to North Korea. Because North Korea right now is like freaking a mess. Like that place is crazy. Talking about like Kim Jong-un is like demanding that we turn over the spies that we have in North Korea or something like that.
Yeah.
Because like he thinks that we're like plotting to assassinate him, like we did in like the plot of the movie of the Interview.
Yeah.
He basically thinks that the plot of that movie is playing out right now, that we're like implementing that somehow. Which that's not surprising that he thinks that.
I also don't think anybody cares that much.
What, about North Korea?
Yeah.
Yeah, why? Why would you? Like, they can't even launch a missile. They have no... Like, their military could not, like, launch a foreign attack on anybody. Like, there's no way they could, like, launch an attack on American soil. They don't have that kind of military.
I don't think so.
I mean, if we invaded them, it would be... I mean, it would be a mess, but...
Yeah.
But the beauty of North Korea is they're so small, we don't have to invade them.
Yeah, we don't
We
care.
can just blow them up. The amount of bombs that we've dropped over the Middle East, that would totally wipe North Korea off the face of the planet.
Exactly.
Completely, like physically. And, you know, that would like kill every single North Korean in the world. That we, like, if we, like, took the bombs we're dropping in Iraq right now to stop ISIS,
the amount of
we could just, like, wipe
killed.
North Carolina off. We could, not North Carolina, Jesus. North Korea and South Korea. Same thing, North Carolina, South Carolina, North Korea, South Korea, same thing, yeah.
The amount of civilians killed in the Middle East under Barack Obama's control is about the same as North Korea.
Are you trying to assert that Barack Obama was like a war criminal? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty intense. That's pretty out there.
It's not any different between.
Okay, because Barack Obama did brackets for NCAA tournaments, so I don't think a guy that would fill out brackets would bomb a foreign country like that and kill civilians. Okay, you think you're out there, buddy?
I understand where you're coming from.
Okay,
That's true.
Bush did 9/11. Okay, Barack Obama was a peace, like brought peace to the world. Then Trump came in and screwed it all up. Okay, because Barack Obama fills out brackets. He went on late night TV. He did like a bit he was on Cars, Comedians in Cars, getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld. I don't think that dude would be blowing up foreign countries and killing civilians.
I'm sorry, I was out of my place making that comment.
Yeah, that's pretty effed up, dude. Okay, Obama
sorry.
wouldn't do something like that. Obama's pretty chill dude. He's
I'm sorry.
chill.
Sorry,
He's chill.
I apologize.
He plays basketball. He played basketball with the North Carolina championship team one year. Okay, he's chill. He's a chill dude. He wouldn't do something like that. That's pretty effed up.
I understand.
All right, I think that's the end of the podcast tonight because I'm out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add.
You pretty much hit on like ridiculously everything, but nothing. But that's the point of the show. There is no point. That's What's the Point podcast for this week. Catch us next week. We'll be